When most people think about vulnerability management, they focus on finding weaknesses and assigning them priorities. But the real measure of success is what happens after that. In this episode, we shift from identification and ranking to closure, which is where risk is actually reduced. Closing a vulnerability is more than clicking a button that says patched or resolved. It requires verification evidence, careful rollback planning, and durable tracking so that you can prove the issue is truly addressed and stays that way over time. Before we continue, a quick note. This audio course is a companion to our course companion books. The first book is about the exam and provides detailed information on how to pass it best. The second book is a Kindle-only ebook that contains 1,000 flashcards that can be used on your mobile device or Kindle. Check them both out at cyber.author.me in the Bare Metal Study Guide series. Closing a vulnerability begins with choosing a remediation path that fits the situation. In many cases, that means applying a software update or patch that fixes the underlying flaw. In other cases, it may involve changing a configuration, disabling a vulnerable feature, removing unnecessary software, or restricting access. The important idea is that closure must directly address the root cause of the weakness, not just silence an alert. If the scanner stops reporting a finding, but the exposure still exists in another form, the vulnerability is not truly closed. Verification evidence is the first critical component of meaningful closure. Evidence means you can demonstrate that the remediation step was actually applied and that the vulnerability no longer exists. This might involve a follow-up scan that confirms the issue is no longer detected or a configuration review that shows the correct settings are in place. Without verification, closure is based on assumption, and assumptions are fragile in security. Evidence creates confidence, and confidence is what allows a team to move forward without lingering doubt about whether risk still exists. Rollback planning is the second major component of responsible closure. Any change made to fix a vulnerability has the potential to introduce side effects, especially in complex systems. A patch might conflict with an application, or a configuration change might disrupt a service. Rollback planning means thinking ahead about what you will do if the fix causes unexpected problems. This includes documenting the original state, identifying how to restore it if necessary, and coordinating with stakeholders to minimize downtime or confusion. Rollback planning is not an admission of failure. It is a sign of maturity. Systems exist to support business operations, and a security fix that disrupts critical services can create its own form of risk. By planning rollback procedures, teams balance security improvement with operational stability. This balance is essential in environments where uptime and reliability are high priorities. A well-managed closure process ensures that security progress does not come at the cost of avoidable operational incidents. Another important element of closure is durable tracking, which ensures that resolved vulnerabilities remain resolved. Durable tracking means that every finding has a documented life cycle from discovery to final disposition. That life cycle should include when it was found, who owned it, what remediation action was taken, when verification occurred, and whether any exceptions were granted. This documentation creates an audit trail that supports accountability and future analysis. It also allows teams to learn from patterns, such as recurring weaknesses in certain systems or processes. Durable tracking is especially important for vulnerabilities that are not immediately remediated. Sometimes a vulnerability cannot be fixed quickly due to technical constraints or business requirements. In those cases, the organization may choose to accept the risk temporarily while implementing compensating controls. Durable tracking ensures that such decisions are documented, time-bound, and revisited. Without tracking, temporary exceptions can quietly become permanent, and unmanaged risk can accumulate over time. Closing vulnerabilities effectively also strengthens trust across the organization. When leadership sees documented evidence of remediation and clear audit trails, confidence in the security program grows. When operational teams see that rollback plans protect stability, they are more willing to support remediation efforts. Trust reduces friction and accelerates collaboration. It transforms vulnerability management from a source of tension into a shared responsibility.
Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit baremetalcyber.com.